This week, researchers have discovered something that some of us already know. Cannabis can improve women's sex lives. Also, New Jersey just got one step closer to full-blown legalization, and Connecticut is joining in on the fray and firing its first shots in the long and weary battle against marijuana prohibition. This is a Day's A with Mary Jane News, and you're watching This Week in Weed. For many couples, cannabis and coitus are already the perfect match. But although the internet is rife with stories about how weed can improve your sex life, there is little scientific evidence to confirm whether the aphrodisiac powers of pot are a myth or reality. A team of researchers recently set out to explore this very important topic and discovered that women who smoke weed are indeed more likely to have satisfying sexual experiences. The researchers asked hundreds of patients at an OB/GYN clinic to anonymously fill out a survey regarding their sexual experiences. The survey asked women to self-report how satisfied they were with their sex life, libido, and orgasms, and asked them if, when, and how often they used cannabis. The researchers found that around 69% of women who burned one down before getting it on reported having more pleasurable sex. 60% of women also noted an increase in sex drive, and 53% reported having more satisfying orgasms when smoking marijuana. The study also found that women who used pot frequently were more than twice as likely to have more satisfying orgasms than women who toked up less regularly. The researchers were unable to identify exactly why cannabis improved women's sexual experiences, but they hypothesized that the stress-relieving effects of pot could inspire the confidence and willingness to experiment. Now, for most of the country, lighting up a joint is still illegal, but stoners in New Jersey might be about to get lucky in more ways than one. During his election campaign, Governor Phil Murphy famously promised to bring legal weed to the Garden State by the end of 2018. Murphy missed his mark, but after 14 months of debate, the governor has finally reached a deal with state lawmakers to follow through on his promise this year. This Monday, two key legislative committees approved companion bills that would legalize full adult use while giving former pot offenders a chance to clear their criminal records. The new bills would create a taxed and regulated retail market but would prohibit all home grows. Final details of the legislation have not yet been released to the public, but early reports suggest the state will charge legal pot cultivators a flat rate tax of $42 an ounce instead of charging consumers a pot sales tax. Although the bill passed two separate committees with strong support, its fate in the state Senate still remains uncertain. Several top Republican senators have already announced that they will vote no on the bill, but advocates are optimistic that the governor's support will help the bills power through any opposition. New Jersey and New York's valiant efforts to legalize this year have lit a fire under lawmakers in neighboring states who are now scrambling to get their act together before they get left out of the picture. Last week, Connecticut lawmakers announced their own plan to legalize adult use. Unlike New Jersey, however, the plan is to drop a package of related cannabis reform bills rather than an all-in-one legalization bill. During a recent press conference, State Representative Michael D'Agostino said that, quote, legalizing a substance that has been illegal for more than 80 years is a complicated process. And the way we approach it is this year was to divide the process into three main areas: regulation, decriminalization, and monetization. The decriminalization bill would make it legal for adults over 21 to possess up to 1.5 ounces of weed, while another bill would allow former offenders to clear their records. Yet another bill would focus on creating a taxed and regulated retail market with provisions to ensure that minority business owners have an equal chance of getting in on the game. Unfortunately, the bills would also prohibit home cultivation. Connecticut is only taking its first steps towards legalization, so it's hard to say what will happen and when, but we wish them the best of luck. This is a Day's A for Mary Jane News. For all your weed news needs, check out maryjane.com, subscribe to our YouTube channels Mary Jane and Westfest TV, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Mary Jane. As always, Godspeed and good weed.